Boston Celtics forward, the one, the only, Chris Wilcox. Chris, how are you, sir?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me on, man.
And Chris, let's look at it now. You're making your comeback now. You had your heart surgery. You had an enlarged aorta. You had your surgery back in March. Before you realized you needed surgery, did you notice anything different?
No, I didn't. I didn't notice anything different. You know, everything was still the same. You know, just normal going to playing. And I mean, only time I knew anything or noticed anything when the doctor told me. So, you know, it was kind of, you know, it was a frightening thing once he told me. But, you know, once he gave me that information, I knew it was serious.
And what was the initial reaction?
Let me get a second opinion because you might, you know what I'm saying, it might be something that you might see that another doctor might not see, you know, so I wanted to go get a second opinion and make sure that, you know, having surgery would be the right thing to do. So
right.
Right away I knew I went and got a second opinion. They told me that my second opinion was worse than my first opinion, so then I knew it was definitely time for me to do something.
And what are you saying to yourself, man, I'm a young guy. How something like this happened to me?
Definitely. I was just like, oh, man, you know, maybe something, they just seen something wrong, but it ain't nothing major. You know, I ain't got to have no surgery or nothing like that. You know, I definitely didn't think it was that serious, but
right.
Once I found out it was, I went and got it checked right away.
Did you think your career was over? Were there any time where you thought about possible retirement?
Definitely. You know, once I got the news, I was like, oh man, I don't think I'm gonna be able to play again. But you know, at the end of the day, I just knew that I was gonna do everything I could to come back on the court and try to play. So I knew it might not be soon, but I knew it would be a chance that I was gonna come back and play. You know, and just God just working in mysterious ways. You know, and He got me healthy and got me back out there on the court already.
We're talking to Boston Celtics forward Chris Wilcox. And, Chris, the kind of crazy thing about this whole thing, your teammate, Jeff Green, went through a similar situation. And I was reading that you guys kept in contact throughout this whole process. How much did that help you?
It helped me a lot because it gave me an opportunity to, you know, have somebody to follow, somebody that had already been through what I was going to go through, you know, and he was a couple months ahead of me. So once I went through it, you know, he was like my best friend. I was calling him every day, like, what's going on? When this happened, how far I'm away to getting back? Or, you know, so we stayed in touch with each other, and, you know, we kept pushing each other and encouraging each other to make sure we stayed focused.
And right now you started working out again. At what point do you think you'll be back to your old self? And talk about the process of getting yourself back to the old Chris Wilcox.
Well, I don't know when it's going to be, but, you know, I'm in the gym every day working hard to get back to where I was. I'm really trying to get past where I was. I want to get better than where I was before I got injured. So, you know, I'm trying to do everything I can do, you know, to get back on the same page and just, you know, just give it my all. You know, God gave me a second chance in life, so I just want to give basketball the rest of, you know, my second chance in the game. So I'm just going to go out here and just try to do everything I can to, you know, just bounce back.
And a couple of weeks back, you did resign with the Boston Celtics. Did you look at any other teams, or your whole mindset was to go back to the Celtics?
I think my mindset was, I was looking at other teams, but my mindset was being loyal to the team that was loyal to me. You know, through this whole process, man, they was there for me, and they did everything they could do to make sure I was good through the process and make sure that I seen the right doctors and everything through it. So at the end of the day, I knew that was going to be my first option. Whatever they offered, whatever it was, you know, I wanted to go back to, you know, to Boston. So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, things worked out, and I'm able to play the rest of the season. So, you know, that's the blessing that I am able to come back and be able to play this year.
And, Chris, looking at your Celtics, you guys were one game away from the NBA Finals. You lose Ray Allen. That's a big loss because he went to the Miami Heat. But you gained Jason Terry, Courtney Lee. You bring back Jeff Green, Brandon Bass, and yourself. Do you feel like you guys, even without Ray Allen, have the talent to get to the NBA Finals and get past the Miami Heat?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think we added a lot of great pieces to our team as well. Miami got better, and we also got better as well. So I think what we got to do is we got to come in and we got to be, we got to be dedicated to this thing from the beginning, and I don't think we have a problem with that, with the guys and the character of the guys that we have. So I think we're going to be all right. I think we're just going to go out there and we're going to just play tough basketball, and hopefully we can bring the thing back to Boston.
And you feel like talent-wise, you have the talent to not only get to the NBA Finals, but ultimately win a championship next year?
Definitely. I think we got all the pieces. I definitely think we got all the pieces. Danny did a great job of getting guys together and building a great team this year. So hopefully, like I said, everything works out for us. We go out there and just play hard, be on the same page, and I think once we get our chemistry together, I think we're going to be all right.
Now, don't be modest here, but how much did the Boston Celtics miss you against the Miami Heat in that series?
I mean, I don't know. It's easy to say that, I could have did this here or I could have did this there, but you never know how the game will play out, man. But, I think I might have missed them more than they missed me.
We're talking to Boston Celtics forward Chris Wilcox. And, Chris, I know one person that is happy that you're back on the court. That is your wife. Word has it, Chris, you were pretty loud cheering on your Boston Celtics. Talk about that.
Yeah, what I'm saying? She definitely pushed me to get back on the court. She pushed me, and every day she just was, would always let me know that, what I'm saying, the worst days are behind you. So, I just took that in consideration, and I did, did exactly what I was supposed to do, and everything's good now.
And Chris, you're a guy. You're working hard to get yourself back on the court, but you're doing a lot of work off the court. You got a golf outing coming up August 3rd in Myrtle Beach for the Lupus Foundation of America, and lupus is a disease that has hit your family very, very hard. Talk about your work with lupus.
Yeah, well, I do a couple things with the Lupus Foundation and the Lupus of America, and what I do is I just try to raise money, and we try to raise funds to try to get to find a cure, or even just to find a way that we could slow down the disease. It's been in my family for many years. I had an aunt that passed away from it. I have a sister that's suffering from it now. So, wow. I'm just trying to do anything and everything I can to just try to see if we can get something to slow this disease down and see what it is that that causes it. So. We just try to do everything we can. We host different events. I have a golf tournament that's coming up August 3rd at Myrtle Beach National, and we're doing a fundraiser there for the Lupus Foundation. So we just trying to do it. Like I said, we're just trying to do everything we can just to try to find a cure or find a way that we can slow this disease down.
Definitely, and it's a dreaded disease, and firsthand. And hopefully, you can raise a lot of money to rid this society of lupus. And where can we find information about this upcoming golf outing?
You can find it all. You can go to chriswilcox.com, and it'll give you postings of all my upcoming events. It'll give you all the registration for the golf tournament. It's still we still have some teams available. So if you want to get on, $300 a team, but it's for a great cause, and we come out, we have fun, and it's at chriswilcox.com. You can go on and it'll let you know everything. You get all the details and everything, or you can tweet me at Chris Wilcox44.
And talk about your golf game. How is it?
It's golf. But no,
Tiger Wilcox?
I go out there. I try to play, Yeah, what I'm saying. Everybody. I got a little Tiger in me. What I'm saying. Every once in a while, you might get it might get a little flare of Tiger, but not that often.
And everybody, please go to chriswilcox.com and check out some of the great things he has coming up. Again, it's August 3rd, Myrtle Beach National Golf Course. Make sure you go there, support some of the great things Chris Wilcox is doing. Again, it's chriswilcox.com, and also follow him on Twitter, Chris Wilcox 44. Chris, a pleasure talking to you, man. We wish you nothing but the best of luck. I'm rooting for you. I can't root too hard for you. I'm a lifelong Sixers fan, but I am rooting for you to do well, get yourself back on the court, and get back to the old Chris Wilcox. Greatly appreciate it, man, and let's do it again.
Okay, definitely, man. Thanks for having me on the show, too.
Take care.